6:15, here we go. Less than a month away from the start of hurricane season. Means it's a good time to check your flood insurance policy. Make sure you don't let it lapse. You might think your premium's high now, but Investigator Amy Davis is here with a warning about how much you may have to pay if you skip a year. Amy?
Yeah, car insurance, home insurance, with just about everything, we can expect rates to go up every year. Flood insurance is no different, but FEMA already knows what your rate will be for years into the future, and you can get that rate to help you plan and save yourself some money.
Houston is prone to flooding. We know that. Historically, if you purchased a home in a flood zone, a high-risk area, you knew your flood insurance would cost more than if you lived in an area with lower flood risk. Forget all that.
There's some weird things that they're looking at now that have nothing to do with what zone you live in.
Lease U is the president of Agency U, an insurance brokerage in West University. U says FEMA now considers how much it will cost to rebuild your home when deciding how much to charge you for flood insurance, even though the maximum payout to anyone is $250,000.
The way that I look at that is that's FEMA in the government's way of equalizing the cost and spreading it across everybody else, because they think that somebody that lives in a $2 million home should be able to afford more of the premium than somebody that lives in a $250,000 home.
It means FEMA raised rates for many homes that have never flooded and lowered rates for homes that have. Take a look. You don't get more high risk for flooding than Galveston Island. But you found flood insurance rates here decreased an average of 41%. One home's rate was $10,579 a year, and it's now just over $1,400. Compare that with homes in Woodland Heights that are not high risk, where rates increased an average of 249%. The average homeowner here paid $527 a year. The new rate is about $2,000 a year. But here's the thing, you won't see that increase all at once. FEMA will raise your premium by 18% every year as long as there's no disruption to your policy until you finally reach that new $2,000 rate.
And there's a term for that. They call it the glide path. You know, you can glide into the new rating system.
But miss a payment or fail to renew your policy on time, and your rate will see that huge increase all at once when you start your policy again.
You immediately have to experience the new rate. And by the way, that's happening almost every single day. We get phone calls, oh my gosh, I forgot to pay.
So if you want to know what your premium would be if you had to start a new policy, you can call any insurance broker and ask for the price of a new flood policy on your home. You should also know that if you're buying a new home, you can ask the seller to transfer their flood policy to you. That will allow you to be grandfathered into the lower rate with just an 18% increase each year instead of starting at what may be a super high new premium.
So you're postponing the pain.
Yes, you're postponing the pain and just
stair
stepping it up instead of a 250% increase all at once.
It is very interesting, though, to see those rates rise and fall in those locations the way they did. That
exactly,
is very strange.
But if you're in a floodplain and your house is flooded before, you could see your rates go down.
There's that small group of people. Yeah, there are those, like the Galveston area that we saw. Absolutely.
Yeah. I remember I had a conversation with Jeff Linder, we know from the Harris County Flood Control District, who told me, like, when all the people from California were moving to Houston, they all bought inside the loop because they found these great deals on these homes that have flooded 2 to 3 times. But they're like, hey, I can't afford this in California, these great homes. And
guess what else doesn't happen in California, right?
Now their insurance is low.
Rebuild it 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Crazy.